How you guys and girls doing today? Black Boy Gamer. In this video, I'm bringing you on Overwatch discussion on why competitive can be so bad.
Young Savage, why you trapping so hard? Why these niggas capping so hard? Why you got a 12-car garage? Why you pulling out?
How y'all doing? Like I always say, I appreciate every single one of y'all that stop my videos. Y'all just aren't subscribers, viewers to our family, and I appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and like. With that being said, let's get straight into this discussion. So y'all, like when you sit back and you think about it, Overwatch is a game that you love playing. Like Overwatch is a game that's, filled with, plenty of ups and downs, twists and turns, ranks and all that. But I've been playing a lot of competitive lately, and if there's one thing I've noticed that's so frustrating and that like a lot of people really like about playing certain games is that you're in control of what happens. The thing about Overwatch is for you to get anywhere in the community, and I mean, like, I guess for people to recognize you or pick you up or, go on a pro team and things like that, you need to be a high rank. When you go into a competitive game, the worst part about it is that you really have no clue who you're going to get on your team. What I mean by that is, like it says, you just don't know. When you go into a game and first and foremost, these people on your team, you have no idea who they are. To be honest with you, let's just be completely honest right here. You really could care less about them, and vice versa. They could care less about you. When you choose a hero, they're probably thinking, God, I hope he can play it right. And you're thinking the same thing. God, I hope he knows how to heal or she knows how to heal, etc., etc. So you've already starting off with not knowing these people right already. And not only that, the amount of toxicity this season is really what throws me off and what throws a lot of people off about this game. Okay, so let's take an example for a second. You play Call of Duty. You play other games like that. The big difference within that and Overwatch is that you can effectively solo carry in Call of Duty. I've seen situations where someone has literally gotten it's extremely rare, but literally nobody got any kills and someone has 75 kills and 0 deaths in team deathmatch. With Overwatch, you cannot solo carry. What I mean by that is you need a team, and because it's a team game, and that's what's such a blessing and a curse at the same time. If you go into a game and you really expect that you can go in and just do everything on your own, that is the first mistake right there. And that's what causes toxicity in the first place. Not only that, like I said, y'all, when I go into a game, the very first thing I'm thinking, and it's really bad, and I really don't want to think this, but the very first thing I'm thinking is, I hope I don't have anyone toxic on my team, and I hope I don't have any throwers or leavers, etc., troll picks, etc., etc., somebody who doesn't want to go in the team chat. But with this whole entire throw for Dafran thing going on, everybody being fanboys or fangirls of him, and people trying to follow him, everybody, with that going on, and just toxic people in general, it makes the game unplayable. And you want to gain rank, but when you think about it, how can you? Because you've seen GM players, you've seen GMs, you've seen top 500, you've seen people who literally are pros at the game, levels above any of us, and they still get toxic people and throwers and ragers. And like, what system does Overwatch need to come out with? And let me know what y'all think. Like, what do they need to come out with to, like, they need to, work around these throwers or levers and make the game better to play? Because like, that's one critical area that I find in Overwatch is like, you need your team, but if your team has someone who doesn't want to play, what is your team? You don't have a team anymore, because then you've got one person who's threatening to leave, you got another person who's yelling at the toxic person, you got the toxic person yelling back and forth, and you're just sitting there with your mic muted thinking, okay, GG, because the other enemy team is having communication to call out. Y'all, it's just so many things that go into Overwatch rank that just make you so pissed. And I'm sitting there, y'all, and I'm thinking to myself, like I said, since I go 8 hours a day, I start the stream up, y'all. And the very first thing I'm thinking, like, once again, real sad, but I'm thinking, let me play Overwatch first, so that way I can get the bad vibes and things out the way. I can get the, possibility of running into negativity out the way. Then I can get on Dead by Daylight and other games like that. Now, I'm not making the excuse. If you really want to get to a rank, then by God, you'll get to that rank, no matter what. If you're really about that grind and about that life, you'll keep on going and keep on going. But for those of you who were close to a rank, I mean, I knew people who were literally, y'all, 34.99, like 1 SR away, and they went on a huge loss streak because of throwers and levers. Like, they need to, maybe I was thinking, like, I might have saw something on the forums, I'm not so sure. If I can find it, I'll put it in my description, about a low priority. And pretty much what that would mean is that, like, other throwers and levers, after getting reported for so long, will get queued up with other throwers and levers and disconnects and things like that. So, if that was the case, I would play Overwatch so much more. I'm talking about, like, y'all, I play it, you already see how much I play it now. Like, I would play it, so much more, because I wouldn't have to worry, or like, I would still have to worry about it, but it would be a lot less of seeing it. Like, going to a game, y'all, like right now, I guarantee you, and it's sad to say, but I go into a game 7 or 8 times out of 10, I'm gonna have someone who either doesn't join team chat, picks Hanzo or Widowmaker, or Torbjorn, and not saying that you can't pick them. Like, if you use them and you're good at them, or you think they're valuable, by all means. But I mean, on the throwing side, they pick it because they want to throw, or a disconnector or a lever. When I go into a game, it's like, what's the point? What's the point of trying? It's like, why? Like, what's the point of even getting on Overwatch competitive? And I'm sorry, this is just a personal opinion for me. I found out that Jeff Kaplan said on his forums that quick play is way more played than competitive. Now that surprised me, because when I was thinking about it, I was like, wow, like, because competitive has, like, I'm not gonna say quick play doesn't have meaning to it, but competitive, is a way for you to display your skills, see how good you are, see where you place. So I thought, like, competitive would have way more, but it kind of makes sense also, because why would you have to, or not, why would you go into a game and you don't want to worry about having to deal with all that toxicity? Like, that's the best thing in the world. Like, so I can see why people want to play quick play instead of competitive, because you don't have to deal with that toxicity. But then again, though, for me, and like I said, personal opinion, I think that quick play, for me anyway, is pointless, because when I get on Overwatch, I'm trying to improve myself as a player. You can improve yourself as a player in quick play too, but there's no such thing as meta. There's no such thing as, you already get this stuff in competitive, let alone, you go into quick play. People aren't doing call outs. People aren't, worrying about team composition. People aren't, talking about who you should pick and who needs to swap and alt management and everything like that. And they shouldn't, because it's quick play. So, when you think about it, competitive for me anyway is the only reason I play Overwatch, because I can monitor how I'm doing. I can try to grind for something, like a reason for me to play. I need a reason, and that's my reason. Try to get to master GM, so on and so forth. So, like, y'all, let me know what y'all think they can incorporate in the game. Like I said, I think that low priority would be an amazing thing, and I would have a lot less fear of going to competitive. And like I said, when I start the stream, my very, very first thought, like when I start the stream, is, let's get this over with. Let's hurry up and play competitive. And people ask me, why do you play it then if it's stressing you out? It's because I want to play Overwatch. And like, it sounds weird, right? It's like, I want to play Overwatch, but I don't want to have to deal with like random people. Like, I want to play the game, I really do, but it's like, what am I going to do when I want to play the game? Wake up in the morning. All right, y'all, bet. Good vibes. We about to have an amazing time. We about to get on the game. Y'all, I'm talking to my, like, if I'm talking to my chat, like, we're about to get on the game, have a good time. Let's grind some comps, nothing but no negative vibes, nothing but positive vibes and things like that. Then I get on. Very first competitive match. Go into team chat. Hey, what's up, Torbjorn? This is a control point. You mind switching off because they're going to have dive and they might try to jump you. Shut the fuck up, you dumb nigger, bitch. I hope you fucking die of cancer, you stupid. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right. This is exactly. And like, the enemy team sitting over there laughing. They're chuckling and everything. They're not worried. They're easy win. They win 3-0 because we had a thrower. And, they're sitting back saying sorry for your loss and all that stuff. And then I go into another game, and then I found that same person, but he's on the enemy team. Then I'm like so relieved, but I feel so bad. Like, I was doing that, matter of fact, a couple of days ago. We were on Hollywood on attack, and we had a thrower the previous game, and he was on the enemy team, and like someone else was on the enemy team that I had for my last game, and we lost that game. We lost that match. But he was like, oh, hey, Black. Oh, no, sorry about that. He was actually on my team from a couple of days ago. A couple of matches ago. So he didn't have that thrower. So he was like, oh, what's up, Black? How could you do this to us? Just joking around because he was on the enemy team. And, and I was like, oh, man. I was like, how you doing, man? What's up? I'm sorry that you have, I'm not going to say the person's name, but I'm like, I'm sorry you have so-and-so on your team. He was like, oh, why? And I was like, well, you'll find out. And, we match point, open. I said match point. The doors open up, and well, there was a Hanzo, the same thrower from last game, on the enemy team, waving at us, saying hi. And he started typing in the chat after I killed him, talking about, well, I tried to carry this team, but I couldn't. And, you know, everybody on the enemy team was cussing him out. And we were just sitting back, of course, doing the same thing the enemy team was doing to us last game, you know, laughing and giggling because we weren't worried about nothing because we knew we were going to win. And like I said, y'all, like when it comes to this game, I really do love it. I think it's amazing. I think low priority would be even more amazing. They need to like hop on this. That like they need to come out with something that fast because, like you said, you know, you already don't like losing the game, just losing it, even if you do have good team communication. But having to lose a game and know that you can't do nothing about it, like there's nothing in your power to stop someone else from saying I'm going to throw, and them having that much power, like that is insane when you think about it. Like one person. Just one individual, one asshole on the internet has the power to make you lose world rank. Like like you're trying to gain world rank to do whatever you want to do, get your name out there, prove to yourself you're a better player, you know, get on the pro team, whatever. And one individual that you don't even know has the power to just say, I had a bad day this morning. Fuck you. I don't feel like winning. We're going to lose today. That is wrong on so many levels. For a team game, that like any game really, but for a team game like Overwatch, like someone shouldn't be able to do that. So like I said, I know they can't control toxicity all the way, but they need to hurry up with this because everybody was saying the game was getting stale. They released Doomfist without, you know, any, you know, emotes, anything like that. Everybody said he was rushed. The meta's real still right now because, you know, it's dive comp, you're expecting the same thing over and over again, and you add that plus the toxicity and all of that, it's like, what's the point of playing? But let me know what y'all think. Let me know what they could do, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. BBG out.